completing the square. And the reason why we have to complete this square is because we can't find two factors that multiply to 2 and add up to 15. That's just impossible. So I'm going to show you a method called completing the square, which you can use anytime. You can use no matter what you have as a trinomial. It'll let you factor it. What you're going to do is first move the c value to the other side of the equal sign. So we're going to take that 2 and we're going to move it to the other side. So we have to subtract 2 to both sides, giving us x squared plus 15x equals a negative 2. All right, what we're about to do is a new step that other factoring problems don't include, and that's going to be adding b over 2 to the second power to both sides of this equation. This step is important. By doing this step, you are forcing the equation or the polynomial on the left-hand side to become a perfect trinomial, which can then be simplified further. I'll get to that step next. What is b over 2 squared? Well, our b value is going to be relating to the initial trinomial we were given. The b value is 15, so we could plug that into our term. We have x squared plus 15x plus 15 over 2 to the second power. That's going to be equal to negative 2 plus 15 over 2 to the second power. For the time being, we're going to ignore these terms as they are. I know they don't look very pretty, but we're going to leave them as they are. All right, we now have on this left-hand side a perfect trinomial. What we can do to this is we can quickly turn it into x plus 15 over 2 to the second power. And the shortcut to me doing this is you basically take b over 2 and you insert it into this group. The format is always going to be x plus or minus blank to the second power. So sometimes your b value is negative. If we had x squared minus 15x plus 2 in our original equation, well, in this part right here, in this step where we rewrite it, we would put a minus sign. Okay, now in this case, we do have a plus sign, so I'll keep the plus sign. And the shortcut is using b over 2. To continue to solve this, we have to take the square root of both sides. Why do we have to do this? It's because we have to solve for x. That is our end goal. We already factored, and so we can actually start to solve for x by taking the square root, like I said. And when you take the square root of both sides of an equation, you need to put plus or minus. So it's negative 2 plus 15 over 2 squared. And then the final step to solving for x is subtracting 15 over 2 onto both sides. Now, we are still getting two answers. These are going to be the two answers here. It's going to be x equals the negative square root of negative 2 plus 15 over 2 squared minus 15 over 2. And x equals the positive square root of negative 2 plus 15 over 2 squared minus 15 over 2. I want to be very clear. The only thing that changes is the minus sign versus the plus sign in front of the square root. Don't change anything inside the square root or after the square root. We can simplify this using a calculator. If you have to simplify by hands, all I would do to simplify is actually the exponent, because most answers are going to be in this format with a square root and then a number on the outside. So we would get negative 2 plus 225 over 4. Maybe that's the answer that you see on your test or on your homework sheet. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and comment. I appreciate the support. Have a great day.